Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kylina or Kai. I have not made a video since about a year ago, which is a pretty long time, and a lot has happened since then and changed. I also have a puppy. His name is Sage. If you guys are interested, then keep on watching. I'm going to be using the Laneige Sika sleeping mask, and I know it's a sleeping mask, but honestly the moisture that it gives me, I feel like it's pretty good. So I'm just gonna put this all over my face. I was thinking about talking about how I became a makeup artist and where I stand now. Okay, don't judge me, but I am running out of my NARS foundation, so I have to use my brush to get what's left in there because we are not wasting the bottle. I feel like I've done this in multiple videos and I'm just like, we gotta do what we gotta do here. How have you guys been? It's been like, I believe like a year since I made a video. Man, I feel like a lot has changed within the past 6 months. I don't even know where to start really. Besides, like, I've just been working a lot and taking my clients, still doing makeup. You guys see that moisture though? It's giving that glow. I think I put a little bit too much. If you guys have any good recommendations for combination skin, let me know. I feel like my face gets super dry when I wash it, but then at the end of the day, like the very end of the day, I feel like my face does get a little bit oily. Today is a Saturday. I don't know when I'm gonna post this video, but part of my like ceiling was falling off and I think it was water damage. So I had maintenance and painters come and fix that. They also replaced the blinds in here because my place is a little bit older. I really don't like vertical blinds. I think that's what it is. The ones that go this way. Maintenance guy was like, you know, I have some extra blinds in the back of my truck. I can just put these up real quick. And I was like, okay, please do. Please replace all of them in my house actually. But no, that's gonna be for another time. And I took my dog out to go play in the front yard while they were doing that because he was getting a little antsy. Oh yeah, wait. I don't even think I had a dog the last time I made a video. He's laying down right now, so I don't want to pick him up and then rile him up. Okay, I'm just getting random messages from Fashion Nova. They're like, what happened, girl? You had stuff in your cart. Anyways, he is a Maltese poodle, which is what they said when we got him. I think he is like a mix of a golden doodle or something. My friend was telling me that he's a Bichon poodle. You guys can look those up. He actually kind of does look like that. And the other day I was taking him on a walk and I saw this other poodle and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks just like him, except it was a full-grown poodle. And I was like, man, my dog is literally a miniature version of your dog. I've never seen what his parents look like, so I always wondered, like, is he actually a Maltese poodle? That was a big life update. I feel like that happened kind of recently, was getting him back in August, beginning of August of last year. I guess we can get into how I started doing makeup. I don't think I really went into detail about it the last time that I made a makeup-ish video. If you guys didn't already know, I feel like I've talked about this multiple times, especially in my MAC video that I made. My mom, growing up, she was a MAC makeup artist, so when I was about 3 years old, I would go to the MAC counter and I would play with all the makeup. I would play with her makeup, and she didn't really like that because I would mess up all of her lipsticks. Makeup was introduced to me at a very, very young age, and I am a very creative person, I would say. Like, I'm very crafty. I like to make things. I like to paint, to draw. Playing with her makeup at like 3. Fast forward to maybe middle school. I was in cheer in 8th grade, and for our competitions we had to wear makeup. So we had to wear like red lipstick and gold eyeshadow, gold and blue eyeshadow. And by the way, like in middle school I didn't wear makeup until like 8th grade. I started wearing mascara and a little bit of blush. That was about it. It wasn't until I think around my high school year, my freshman year, where I really started wearing makeup. That was also in 2016 when there was Bretman Rock. There was a whole bunch of people, there was a whole bunch of influencers on YouTube doing makeup, and I was like, wait a minute, like I could be doing that. And I kind of wish that I still was doing that, because I mean, look at all of them now. You know, Carly Bible, Laura Lee, who else? Manny MUA, like all of them. They were all popping off. and we had like BeautyCon, and I really wanted to go to that. That was the biggest year for me because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start wearing makeup. I would wear my makeup every day to school with like a full-on beat face. So that's kind of where it all started. I started doing makeup for my friends, and I would do it out of my parents' house, and I'm surprised that they were like somewhat okay with me doing that. I was just doing it out of my bedroom, and I was literally charging $25 for like a full face, but I would have people bring their makeup to me, and I would just use whatever they brought and did their makeup, which is kind of crazy. I would always post makeup looks on my Twitter, on my Instagram. The makeup page that I have now on Instagram is the same page that I had when I was 16, and I don't know if I changed the, I might have changed the name like twice, but it's always been Cake Face Kai. I've had that Instagram since I was 16, so if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you're gonna see where I started. Since then and throughout high school, I was still just taking clients. I was still living with my parents, obviously, up until I was 18 years old. I knew that when I turned 18, I wanted to work for MAC, which, by the way, if you guys have not seen that video, I posted it last year about the hiring process for MAC. I think I'm probably gonna make another video about it. I did try to make my own makeup kit, and I got like the cheap drugstore makeup. Everybody starts somewhere, so that's what I did. I gave myself a budget, and I saved money from working, and I invested in a kit. And my kit was so small, like I didn't have all the shades that I needed. I felt like I didn't really have enough, so I was still having clients at the time bring whatever they had to me. From there, I moved to Sacramento, and I started working at MAC as a freelancer. I applied, I got in. Once I started working as a freelancer in Sacramento, I kind of was still taking clients. I didn't know anybody over there, so I was making friends, taking clients. You know, I was kind of thinking like I would love to make this an actual business, but I did not know where to start. I was still 18, I was a kid. I had no idea what I was doing. I was going to school at the same time, so it was a lot going on. I mostly just did creative makeup on myself and posted it on my Instagram. I kind of stopped taking clients, but I was still like meeting people in the area. I was like, okay, I'm gonna grow my Instagram page because everyone's doing that right now. So I started doing creative makeup, posting a lot. I try to stick to a schedule. I would do my makeup so late at night. Like I would do creative makeup looks. Everything that's like on my page right now, I would spend hours just doing my makeup or making videos until like midnight. I was on a roll for a minute. I am out of breath. Let me just take a breather for a second. I lived in Sac for about like a year, and I was like, no, I miss my family. Like I want to move back to the Bay Area. It was so hot there during the summertime. We didn't have any AC. Once I moved back, I was trying to figure out my life for a little bit. With school and with where my living situation was going to be. I started taking clients again and started having more time to do creative makeup because I was working part-time for MAC. So I was on like a hype of doing my makeup every day, and like on the weekends, that's what I would do. And especially during the pandemic, which is when I moved back, that's when the pandemic happened. So I had so much time to do creative makeup. I didn't really think about like pursuing my entire business aspect of it until I got my own place. I feel like that kind of brings me to where I am now. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make business cards. Did my brows. I'm just gonna use some brow gel. I honestly don't remember what I was talking about last. I was like, okay, like I am going to get a booking system. I am gonna continue taking some shifts at MAC because I feel like that's also how I got my clients. Some clients I did get from Instagram because I would put like hashtag Bay Area makeup artists and people would reach out that way. And also just having business cards, because once you have like your clients coming to you, it's good to have business cards so they can recommend you to other people. I usually give them like a stack and I'm like, here you go, hand these out. So I feel like that was another big step, and also making a business page for specifically my clients and not just my creative makeup that I do on myself, because I still wanted to keep that. All of those years of doing makeup is just having a passion and trying to stay consistent. I have not been consistent, if I'm being honest, but I'm still pushing myself to keep going and building all that. And I think I'm gonna make another YouTube video on just like supplies and tips and tools that I use. I feel like it's easier to get more research versus like back in the day just trying to figure out the right lighting and things that you need for your kit. I feel like for me personally, I want to redo that makeup kit video that I did because I feel like there's more that I want to add to it, and I want to also change my kit. I want to get like a roller one that looks like a suitcase, because I feel like that's easier to just carry along versus like a big chunky bag. And I will say that I always talk about MAC, but working for MAC was such a big part of my growth as a makeup artist because I got to meet senior artists, I got to meet other makeup artists and network and just grow my community, I would say. I've made so many friends online from just making my creative makeup page. One thing I will say is that it's never too late to get started and have a passion for something. If it's makeup, like, get started. If you like makeup, start wearing it. Like, start practicing on yourself and taking the time, or start practicing on other people, like friends, family. Because I feel like that's kind of how I got started. When I first started working at MAC, I was nervous because I didn't know how to find people's shades. Like, how do you find your shade? What is the difference between like a neutral cool and like neutral warm, and like finding undertones? I feel like that was the hardest thing for me to do. Also, it is kind of nerve-wracking when you're sitting or when you're standing in front of a client and they expect you to do like an amazing job on their makeup, but you feel like, I don't know, like all this doubt. Don't feel doubt. Have trust in yourself and faith in yourself that you will do a good job, because it does take practice. And once you start getting comfortable standing in front of your client and you're talking to them in their face doing their makeup, like, you'll get used to it. But I think one big thing is that you have to like do research, teach yourself about skincare. I still feel like I need to do that. Random thought, but I just remember that I ordered something on Amazon like a month ago and I never got it. Okay, so I did my makeup, the rest of my makeup off camera, because I think I pretty much talked about everything up until now. But this is Sage. I hope you guys enjoyed that video about how I got into makeup and how I am doing now. I'm gonna make another like tips and tricks and everything essential for makeup artists, and I think I'm gonna talk a little bit about my setup that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in a minute.